What does the probate process look like when you pass away without a will? This will be the step-by-step process, so save it for later. And so the first thing it's going to do is you pass away. Since you don't have a will, all you're going to do is grab the death certificate and a petition for the letters of administration. You will file those two documents at the probate courts in the county where that individual lived. The courts will open up the probate process and give you the letters of administration that gives you the authority to manage the assets inside the estate. At that point, you will do three things in parallel. The first one's going to be get an EIN number for the estate, open up an estate bank account, and then transfer all the money into that estate bank account. Then the second thing in parallel is going to be takeover payments for any of their assets or bills, wherever it's going to be. So things like the mortgage company or the insurance for the property, you would reach out to them with the death certificate and the letters of administration. The death certificate proves that they passed away. Letters of administration proves you have the authority to manage the assets inside the estate, and then you take over the payments using the money inside the estate bank account. And then the third thing in parallel is going to be publicly notifying creditors that that person has passed away. Those creditors will come to you and say, hey, this individual owes us money for these debts that they had. You will use assets inside the estate to pay those debts off. And then once those debts are paid, you can distribute the remaining assets out per the instructions of the intestate laws. So as an example, in Georgia, your assets get split evenly between the spouse and the kids, with the spouse getting a minimum of 1/3. If there is no spouse, it gets split evenly between the kids. If one of the kids has passed away, it goes down to their children. And so after all the distributions have been made, you put together the final accounting. That will include things like all the expenses paid, like a mortgage, all the debts that were owed, all the assets and the value of those assets, and then all the distributions that were made out to the beneficiaries. Then you also put together the petition to discharge you as the administrator of the estate, and then you file the accounting and the petition to discharge with the probate courts. And if they approve of everything, they will close out the probate process and you will be done.